flammable.
Welcome, everybody. It is, I don't know, what is it? Oh, Wednesday night. And this is Everything Titans. I'm missing some stuff here. Everything Titans. It is the NGSC Sports Weekly Tennessee Titans podcast. Of course, before we start, you know what's up.
Quick snap. Henry, he's going to pass it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Titans. There are no flags on the field. Tennessee has pulled a miracle. And that's going to picked off at the 24 by Myers for the touchdown.
Yeah, that's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question. Just continue to stay consistent and focus on improvement.
Welcome, everybody. Again, this is Everything Titans. It is the Tennessee Titans podcast, of course, from NGSC Sports. As always, remember the website. It is NGSCsports.com, where you catch all of your current content. Real quick, I'm trying to remember where it is. Sammy Sportface lost his mind and wrote an article that he entitled something about the next royal wedding between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. So, of course, they're so popular, you figure if you put their names in a title, something comes out of it. A shout out to the almost 600,000 reads just on that damn article. Kind of crazy, but we appreciate y'all. Log on the website, of course, and you see Larry Frank gives us greed continues to ruin college football in many ways. You're a college football fan out there. I would say one of the biggest travesties in the college football playoff format happened when a 13-0 ACC Power 5 team, Florida State, was left out in the cold from the Final Four of the college football playoffs. Alabama gets in, and plain and simple is because they have three letters that represent the tide. That would be the S, the E, and the C. Let's see how that happens. Sammy Sportface gives us Sportface's special people in 2024. Mike Draculich, of course, him and his dad get together every week, and they give you against all odds the NFL and NCAA football picks. Bradley Walker gives us a preview of the annual Army-Navy game. John Doucette, of course, back in the house as UMass Lowell basketball is back home after a month. They get a big 117-69 blowout of Fisher College. And Mike Draculich, the Drax, once again previews the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. All that and more, of course, on NGSCsports.com, where we never stop. Remember, check us out on Facebook at NGSC Sport, Instagram at NGSC Sports, Twitter, never call it X, at NGSC Sports, and, of course, YouTube at NGSC Sports. Make sure you go to YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It's Tennessee Titans time. Well, family, it started out pretty damn good, you know? I mean, it really started out pretty good. But I'll talk to those who was in the stand. Titans lose. They lose a big one in OT, man.
I'll give them this.
I feel the same way.
I'll give them this. They did play hard. They didn't quit. They kept fighting. I feel like, and the whole fans and the fans in the stadium felt the same way, that the refs played way too much of a role in that game. After every single highly questionable call that occurred on our defense, a big play happened directly after. and each one of them led to points. And I went back and looked at them, and one of them, after going back and looking at it, the
taunting
play was definitely taunting, because in the stadium you couldn't see that he pointed at the sideline, and once he pointed at the sideline, I can see that's for the same reason they don't want Tyreek Hill.
I don't like the rule. I hate the rule. That's why
I hate the rule.
No fun.
I hate the rule, but initially I thought they called taunting because of how he crawled over him afterwards, and then
everything else was ticky tack. But yeah, everything else was ticky tack. And it was like the weakest holding penalty I've ever seen in my life called on of the rookie.
Yeah,
and I was like, what? And meanwhile, they can pass interfere, hit the receiver for the ball, get there, hold, do whatever. No, the refs don't see that. They hold the whistles on that. But, it's expected. Tennessee Sports.
The game was a roller coaster ride. Yes, and there's definitely a Tennessee Sports bias when it comes to these officials in any sport. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they hate this state of Tennessee, but they seem to continually have really bad calls. If the bad call is going to go away, it's going to go against us, and that's just typically how it is. And so those calls, those plays, really impacted the game. It was a roller coaster ride of a game. It was the crowd was into it, and then they weren't into it, then they were into it, and I'm surprised I did not lose my voice at the game. Because I was just trying to keep my section hype at least, right? So the atmosphere was nice, and I thought it was a very entertaining game. Like, I think one player, I can't remember who it was, put it best. I think it was Al-Shaair. He said that I've never seen all these things happen in the NFL in a single game. The 2-point conversion, the back-to-back block punts, special teams may have played a major role in us losing this game, losing our punter. Obviously, the special teams coach paid a price for that. So, which is well overdue when you really think about how long the Tennessee fans have been talking about this special teams performance.
Damn.
Running motherfuckers off the street.
We're gonna get on Craig Ackerman. Yeah, we'll get on him.
Trying to punt. Go ahead.
How about we can't beat Garner Minshew? I mean,
hey, listen, hold up.
He's 4-2.
I was gonna say, hey, one of the most deadliest quarterbacks in the NFL is Garner Minshew. He's like a secret, right? Because I see the guy, and okay, he's not a starting NFL quarterback. Starting to question that, but damn, why is he? Every time I catch Gardner Minshew, man, he balling. I mean, he balling.
He handed out L's to the Titans.
Man, and you're right about the Titans. He owned the Titans. Damn, it's like
since 2020, he's been handing out L's. I think we won. Damn, did we win the first matchup? Or maybe he won the first, lost the first
one. Yeah. But after that, we won 1-4 against the. It's crazy how, and look, the way you said up and down, right? So one of the things that we could talk about is Will Levis continues to improve. That no question about that. Again, I'm loving the way he's able to get the ball in tight spaces, the way he can throw the ball down the field. But then at the same time, and by the way, I was talking to y'all. I was watching the game, talking to y'all at the game, right? And I was saying shit.
Well, I wasn't there. He took there? It was Zoe and his wife.
Yeah,
okay, but I was still talking to y'all.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I'm like for a few times I was like, yo, look at that offensive line, protecting, man. Who the hell are these guys with some good blocks and run blocking? And then of course you see Will Levis get sacked 6 times. So it's like, man, you make me feel good, then you fuck up the feeling. You make me feel good, you fuck up the feeling. There was, do I dare say there was improvement You take the 6 sacks away, which is hard. It's hard to take 6 sacks away, but that there was some improvement for the offensive line, guys.
I'd say very small, incremental.
There were moments. I should say there were moments.
Anytime the rookie can get some play, anytime the 2 rookies can get some playing time, they're going to get.
I can't find any stats. Have y'all seen the stat? Have the stats been released?
Yeah, they were released
From the game.
Yeah, Raiders,
for the block.
Raiders look really bad.
Can you? What was the?
You're looking for your other stats.
Yeah, but just even like the PFF or whatever, just to see what the blocking grades were. I haven't seen any of that.
But Levis, he did some impressive things out there. He finally took off and ran, so that was nice to see.
Yeah, I said he could run.
I got scared when he jumped, though.
Yeah,
dude. You ain't lying.
The crowd went crazy though.
No.
The crowd went crazy after that happened, and in my mind, while I was going crazy, I'm like, hey, gotta be careful about that. Hey, you need to get down to the ground. No diving up, dive down to the ground.
Yeah, go. That's what I said. You're supposed to hit the ground, not.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know it was really just kind of really an awkward play how it happened. And we might try to find that and play that. But the Levis essentially led 2 game-winning drives in the same game and lost.
And lost.
I mean, how do you do that? Only the Titans can find a way to lose in the fashion we lost that day. And it really started with special teams. And it starts so far with the special teams when you understand the action, the sequence of events that led to it. We had a block punt. The rookie Wiley gave up the inside. They came up the inside, blocked that punt. Okay. The rookie Wiley, and this is why the special team coach is fired. The rookie Wiley, he's a rookie. You should not put him back in that same position. You should have put back in whoever was playing. I believe it was Chig that was playing on that spot. Like you should have set him on the bench. And this is a special team coach move. You sit him on the bench, explain to him what's going on, but don't take and risk the game putting him back in that spot. Because it ain't like he's been in that spot all year long. Put your guy back in there after you done had a block punt. Instead, he puts the rookie back in there. He messes up again. The punter gets hurt. The punter is the holder. The holder ended up being Ryan Tannehill. The hold was kind of spanked off. Folk was already uncomfortable. We missed the kick. Shouldn't even went to fucking overtime.
The ball was leaning. Laces wasn't set properly. Yep.
What'd you say?
No, that hurt.
Yeah, I was like the ball was leaning, had a tilt when Tannehill, and then the laces wasn't but I don't blame him when you don't practice it. If you're the backup holder, you should at least practice it.
You should be practicing.
So when asked, when was the last time you taken a snap? Oh, a couple weeks ago. When was the last, or whatever. Yeah, that's coaching. That's coaching. And Zoe and I, we had a conversation. We was like, Ditka can't micromanage all of his coaches every single aspect. That's got to be. You have to blame Craig Aukerman for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they talk about this coach. They talk about this coaching staff because, it's been made clear, at least as clear as we could hear it, that Mike Vrabel's the head coach. Okay, and anybody can keep saying that because you're going to say the right thing during the regular season. Don't be surprised if at the end of the season they fire his ass in a heartbeat. Because I'm not convinced yet. Because when a general manager comes in, like Rand Carthon comes in, he wants his own people. Unless you got a household name as your coach, you getting fired. So don't fall asleep, Mike. Don't fall asleep. But damn,
funny. We were talking about this.
Was you?
So are you muted?
Yeah.
I'm talking to my daughter. She just walked up.
Oh, okay. Here. No, Zoe and I, we were having a conversation about Braves. He said if they lose out, Vrabel's gone. I don't think they'll do it. I would.
If they lose out, you don't think if they lose out, you don't think they'll do it?
I don't think they'll do it.
If he loses out, they said
I want him to.
He'll be 4-20 in the past 2 years.
Dude, Twan.
Yeah.
Because if they lose out, they're going to pack his shit up at his house. He ain't even going to have to pack it.
Hey, I'm okay with it. I'm just saying I don't think they would. I don't think they would do it.
It's just
only because they just got rid of the GM. And there was like he's playing with we have no talent on the team, which I've been saying since I don't know, week 2 or week 3. We have no talent. So if you just got rid of the GM because of talent and talent depth, what do you expect the coach to do?
It's hard because you see the decisions that are being made. So many bad decisions. Go ahead,
and that's what we talked about. The case for the time management, clock management, personnel decisions, game. Kyle Phillips did not dress this game, but he's had a rapport with Will Levis for the past 3 weeks. What are we doing? Just because he don't play special teams? What other teams have this issue? There's no player development. Absolutely. Besides from the defensive line coach with Tier Tart and was it Naquan Jones, who I think got released a couple. But anyway, there's no player development.
No,
draft players, they do not get better. That's coaching.
There it is right there, because you hit the nail on the head with 2 words: player development. It's like it doesn't matter who we get. I mean, you see other teams, right? And that's what
draft people.
They draft people, and
everybody's.
And when they draft them, the first question you're like, "Who the fuck is that?" And then all of a sudden, halfway through, you see it through the shit. Wait a minute, is that dude they drafted? How the hell he all of a sudden? Because it's about coaching. That's what's so important about. Even the greatest will tell you, you gotta have coaching. But when you continually draft, and when you said you ain't seen something in 2 weeks, I thought you were gonna say 2015 or something like that. Because damn, bro, go ahead, man, let it out, bro. Let it out.
Right. So
he like this. I gotta get it out.
Well, I was dealing with some daughter issues.
That's all right.
And so these coaches, all right. So we already got rid of one coach, right? And Greg Ackerman, the special teams coach, should have been gone a couple years ago. That's fact. That's the mass highly agreed upon statement. So the rest of his coaching staff, Vrabel you got to talk about, like you said, player development. You got to talk about, are we seeing any growth in coaching development? Like, are the coaches getting better? And so in the case of, so let's go down the line here a little bit, just a little bit. I'm going to touch on some main people. So, and these are coaches that Mike Vrabel hires. And to my point of why, especially if we don't win anything else, if we don't win anything else the rest of the season, we're looking at 4-20. And then we're looking at Vrabel and the coaches he done hired. Let's talk about Shane Bowen first. We know about how the defense has been looking this year. We had high expectations for how this defense is supposed to perform this year. We've seen Harold Landry start to round back into form and get better, but yet this defense is still performing the same trash. I understand we got some issues in the secondary. I understand we have Christian Hamstring Fulton out there playing cornerback. But something has to give. So they got to show something. Like
the same players.
You understand your players, your team. You understand. You got to know how to scheme around your weaknesses. If you got your secondary is bad, maybe you might need to call some more blitzes.
Just said he's garbage without Schwartz.
He's garbage without Schwartz. So Vrabel
can't get any pressure with the front for like he has no blitzing concepts. Like the receivers, the secondaries playing off too far, depending on the situation.
Every play.
He's without any help. He's terrible.
And so his performance, his team's performance. Then you got to really look at. We've been struggling in the secondary. We didn't see no development out of secondary players for a very long time.
Nobody.
And
except Byard.
If anything, they regress.
Except for Byard, right?
Except for Byard.
I mean, Byard and Hooker. I like Hooker. I like Hooker.
Yeah. Hooker
for what he
he's
is.
not concussed.
But
yes,
we just brought a new special teams coach. I'll say that not special teams coach, but a new defensive back coach. The new defensive back coach is, I can't think of his name, Chris Harris. He's the defensive pass game coordinator and cornerbacks coach. And so we brought him in, and you heard this big thing about Christian Fulton in the preseason, but he ain't shown shit really that much for like 2 or 3 game span. He was solid, and then he's gone back to what he was at the beginning of the season. And now, hamstring, maybe on purpose so you don't have to go against Tyreek Hill. But that's another story. So have we seen any growth or development out of the secondary? Have we seen anything? So maybe Chris Harris gets more time. Okay, maybe. Okay. So now let's go. So Shane Bowen, we know his scheme is trash. His scheme, he can't there's no halftime adjustments. There's no in-game adjustments going on. Maybe it's time to see what Terrell Williams got. Like I'd like to see Shane Bowen be fired in mid-season too, just to get a look at what he got going, what somebody else could be doing. Like I think we've had some solid performance or growth in other positions. Like you can't disregard linebacker. Like Jack Gibby, is it Jack Gibby or is he also received some good coaching? We thought like they just cut Monty Rice.
Yeah,
we thought Monty Rice was starting to play a little well.
He's a Saint now.
And he's a New Orleans Saint now. And so, like, what you got to look at is the growth. But when it comes to the overall scheme, the person mainly in charge, his name is Shane Bowen, the defensive coordinator. He's got to go. He's got to go. They need to figure out something else. Get an early start on looking for position coaches. Don't wait till the last minute like Titans normally do and fire people at the last minute. All right, so that's defense. So we need to see more out of Chris Harris. Defensive line, I'd say, is pretty, they're seeing some production out there. Linebackers, I'm not too upset with. It was really just secondary. So it's really a secondary and a defensive scheme overall and a defensive play call. All right, so let's go look on offense. We got Tim Kelly. Tim Kelly is the offensive coordinator. We gave him his shot. The offense does look different. I will give him that. But he hasn't shown any ability.
Yeah. His passing concepts, with the exception of screens, are awesome. But he's showing the same lack of situational awareness that Downing showed on certain down and distance or situations in the game. It's terrible. Go ahead, Tom.
And it's continual. It's continual.
No, you're right. You're right. And you see this over and over and over. And then you ask yourself, like, okay, you just fucked up that whole last series with that. Now you're gonna do it again.
Yeah. Okay. Case in point. Who was it? Colts. Colts got the ball right for the half. Ate up the whole. What was it? About 10 minutes, 9-10 minutes in the third.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get the ball, run.
What are you doing?
What are we doing?
Like, what are you doing?
What are we doing? And then, of course, we gave it right back, like to Minshew, who, like that's just hell. On everything, you need a first down. You need to eat a little clock, even if you don't smooth the ball, flip the field, something on everything. But run shows me you're not even thinking out there. Well, what are you doing?
No, I know. You brought up something earlier. That's why I'm gonna put this up here now. You talk about Harold Landry, right? Now we got Big Jeff. You've seen the havoc Big Jeff has created. Big Jeff is a prime time defensive tackle, people. Everybody knows that in the NFL, but yet somehow, some way, I don't feel like he's having that year that he should be having. Because again, you got coaches over there that don't know how to adjust, coaches that cannot put in the right players in the right scheme. Harold Landry, this guy's back in the playing shape, and every once in a while I tell him, oh shit, that's right. Harrell's back. I shouldn't say anything like that. And then you turn around, there was some good play by the defense. But then you got the big play was the 55-yard reception there in the overtime, which absolutely killed it right there. You had their tight end, who's that? Colin Granson with that 46-yard. I was like, who? They said his name. Who? And how the hell are you giving up? Again, Garner Minshew being able to eat up his defense with big plays. And remember, this is a team that didn't even have Jonathan Taylor anymore. Didn't run the football, didn't need to. Ate us up.
Time and time again.
Time and time again.
And there was no adjustment. There was no I'm okay. We go try this. We go from maybe go from cover 2, cover 3. We go maybe we go press up. Maybe go send some more people at him on first down. Run blitz, pass blitz on first down, send people every single time, put them in a bad spot so that our defense is working from an advantage. Like you on first, you're seeing what's happening. You're seeing what's happening. They're moving up and down the field on us with Garner Minshew, and you're not making any type of adjustments, adaptations. You can't think on your feet. It's like was this what was that something? I'm a Marine. We don't plan. We improvise. You have no improvisational skills.
No,
and then I can really kind of wonder about Shane Bowen and Tim Kelly. Really, both of them, their personality, their demeanor. Like Tim Kelly, the Will Levis and DeAndre Hopkins kind of got into it, and the way Tim Kelly just looked like he was trying to handle that. He's like he holding this person down, like he's got his hand on D-Hop while Will Levis is snapping, and then he kind of looks at Levis and he kind of got his head down and ain't really like you're dealing with grown ass men out here. You're dealing with big egos. You're dealing with lots of testosterone. You got to be able to command when you walk into a room. You got to be able to command their attention. You got to be able to squash it. Like it looked like he didn't really want to get in between that because he worried about what might happen. I don't know. Like his demeanor in general, and so he got to go. Like I wanted to give him a chance. I was in favor of giving him a chance. I've liked the way he's installed, but nothing's changed all year long. It's been a continual. All it does is a prettier version of a Todd Downing offense, and that's what we got with Tim Kelly. But when you talk about the rest of the coaching staff, like you talk about the offensive line. What I see in the offensive line, this new offensive line coach, and I will say this: under the previous offensive line coach, we would have never seen Duncan play. We would have never seen any type of development. I'm not going to put Andre Diller's soft ass SAWFT ass on the offensive line coach. I'm just put that on. He just soft. So when you look at Skoronski, he looks good. Sko looks good out there. I like the way he's improved. Everybody talked about Hubbard coming in like he ain't gonna really be. Oh, he was actually serviceable for us until he got hurt. Dylan Raiders ain't shown shit.
Lord,
He'd be given no chance until this year. When he's not put on a tackle position, when he's put in a guard, he's solid out there.
Okay,
except for the false starting, obviously. But I'm not ready to get rid of the offensive line coach. What coach I really am ready to get rid of, and I hate to say this, Rob Moore got to go. Wide receivers coach. Vrabel, if Vrabel wants to save his job under finishing 0-5 the rest of this season and not getting another W and have been 4-20 over the past 2 seasons, if he wants to keep his job, he's gonna have to be able to be prepared to make some drastic moves. Rob Moore been here. We've had receiver I ain't gonna give him credit for AJ Brown. I'm gonna say it was fucking AJ Brown. What other receiver development have we seen here? We ain't giving him credit. We ain't giving him credit for D-Hop because he's fucking D-Hop.
Yeah, none. None.
What receiver development have we had?
And by the way, speaking of receiver,
NWI, that's it.
NWI, that's his claim to fame.
Yeah, you gotta
But here's the thing. But these cats we done drafted the past couple years, the past 2 years, physically, have more than him. So why are we not able to? Why are they not on the field?
Yeah. Speaking about these cats, by the way, Traylon Burke says that he's glad to be back and he's feeling healthy. You know what, Traylon? I really don't give a damn how you feel, bro. And I don't care what you say. You were chosen for a reason at the spot you were chosen. And you ain't done jack shit yet. You ended up year number 2. And I'm just waiting for that one moment that I can come on this fucking show and say, oh, shit. Yo, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And again, it goes back like you're saying, except for guys who already had it, like an A.J. Brown or D-Hop. It doesn't matter who's been brought in or what receivers. You've seen nothing. Nothing. This is over and over and over. And by the way, speaking of which, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Except for a pick here and there, damn, we done had a lot of bad drafts in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
I think except for this year. This year, I think that this is probably our best draft in the past 3 or 4.
Now, I do want to talk about some good stuff, though. We do talk about some good stuff, okay? Because the running game and Spears after the Henry injury. The first thing that I want to say,
and Henry was looking nice.
Right,
really.
Henry looking good. No, Henry, that's the best I've seen Henry look since he came back from the injury. I mean, he was when he hit that one run, he hit the edge. When he hit that edge and took off, I was like, oh shit, wait a minute now.
Yeah, I kind of thought, I was like, is he gonna break one? I mean, like man, before the day was over, I'm like, man, he might break a long one.
Now
the way he's running out here.
For the first time, I could turn around and say, we got a comment coming in. I'll bring that comment in just a second. 37 carries between Henry and Spears. And when Henry went out, we got to see a glimpse of what we have with Tajay Spears. And you have to make him the feature back. And damn it, he looked good. He looked good.
Mm-hmm.
He looked good. What Jay Payton said, tough loss on Sunday. Levis and Spears played great. Hey, Payton loving watching Tajay Spears play. And this is Spears hitting the outside, the whole break.
He looked. I like Spears. I like. I really do.
A little guy. That's a little tough motherfucker boy down there. He ain't going down for nobody like that. He ain't going out like that. So you got something there, especially if we lose Henry. And Zoe, you were saying earlier something that it just keeps coming in my brain, burning in my brain. Look, we 4-8 now. Okay, can we start getting a look at tomorrow?
Where's Colton Dowell?
You know what I'm saying? Can we get a look?
Where's Colton Dowell at?
Exactly. Playing special teams.
He should be like at this point. He should be running plays with the first team offense.
Playing special teams. That's where they got him stashed.
We left Kyle Phillips off because Colton Dowell plays special teams, and you couldn't find any other player on the fucking team to sit.
So really? 21 carries, 102 yards for Henry. 16 carries, 75 yards for Spears.
But that's what I've asked for, Raph. That kind of workload helped the rookie.
Right. And when you seen it, right. And when you seen what they did with these 37 carries, the first thing is like, well, why the fuck we ain't seen that like 5 weeks ago? A semblance of it. I got a problem when I see Henry carry the ball 16, 17 times and Tajay Spears touch it 3 fucking times in the whole game. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you talked about adjustments, though, right? Adjustments. Here's an adjustment you make, Coach. How about this? And this is 3 amateurs around here. Here's an adjustment. Maybe next week, you feed Henry and you feed Spears. Because after D-Hop, and I'm going to give Westbrook Keeney a little credit, but after that, what else you got? Feed them. And can we see some of the new guys? And listen, Traylon, come on, man. Can I get a little something, please? Just something, man. Levis, as good as he looked, 3 fumbles, sacked 6 times. He's got a lot to learn, man. He's got a lot to learn.
He does. Hey, but I'm encouraged.
Very.
So here's the play I want to show real quick. And we've seen it. It's the craziest thing we've ever seen, really, right? Like one of the craziest plays we've ever seen. So if you let me share this right here with, there we go.
I'm waiting.
There we go, buddy. So, like I'm encouraged by this on this crazy ass play. Yes. He fumbles the ball. He gets a snap. The pressure comes in. Duncan gets beat. He realizes quickly how quickly it's a fumble. And look at him. Hold on. Look at him. Look at that hit. Let's go back again. One more time. Oh, this ain't it.
Yeah.
All right, so. No, that ain't it either. All right. So, but anyway, like the realization in the midst of the realization in the midst of that play to understand that was not an incomplete pass. That was a fumble. I know that ball came out of my hand. I could play along and let it go to replay, but now the replay would have showed it coming out of my hand. Let me go do something about this. And then you make a hit, and then like that type of play combined with the way that helicopter run ended up. Yes, you want to go to the ground, but you do want a quarterback who's willing to do that. I think those type of plays go a long way, especially for a team that's 4-8. For a team that doesn't really see there's no brightness down the road. Like the rest of the games of the season, we got to play the Houston Texans twice. And we're talking about the Houston Texans that's probably going to whoop the shit out of us.
I mean, that's not going to be good.
We gotta play the Miami Dolphins on Monday night. That's our next game. Like how is that going to work?
Boat race.
A Miami.
I'm gonna make a lot of money off that game, boy, with my betting props.
Hey, what you looking at? Wait, cuz tell me what you looking at. What you looking at?
Tyreek Hill, 200 yards.
I'm gonna bet on him to have the most receiving yards today. Anything.
Yes.
Tyreek, anytime touchdown scorer. Tyreek. We got to get their running backs in there. Hell, we might even throw in Waddle. Who else they got? We can throw in?
Monster. Arcane over 100 yards, a touchdown.
Do we notice that 2 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL come from Alabama?
They're going to win every quarter. That's another prop. I'm betting on Miami.
2 of the best
to win every
quarterbacks in the
quarter.
NFL come from Alabama.
He talking about Tua and Hurts.
NFL come from Alabama.
We don't count Hurts.
We don't count Hurts.
No, I ain't counting Tua.
Oh, you're not counting Tua. I was gonna say because then Hurts graduate. He graduated from Bama and then attend.
Yeah, he went to Bama. He went to Bama and he goes.
I know, but then which one did he graduate from? All right, it don't matter. Okay.
You're right.
Two Alabama quarterback. It's 2 Alabama quarterback. Hold on, man. Let me get some comments here. Let me know.
I don't give Tua's performance against Big Ten.
Peyton said Nick Foles missed the PAT.
It wasn't on him. The hold wasn't clean.
It was that was the hold. It wasn't clean, man. It wasn't clean. His 10-month-old daughter Harper's watching with me. She's tightened up. Hey, you're raising that girl. By the way, you're raising that girl good. By the way, let me mention that Hold on, Peyton. You're gonna love this, Peyton. Oh, it's not here. Wait a minute, it's not here. I took it downstairs. But anyway, I just came back from Chattanooga, Tennessee, South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, where my kids, two of our kids live. Had a great time watching South Pittsburgh High School win their 7th state high school football state championship. But I also had the pleasure of finally meeting Mr. Peyton Jones. Peyton, it was so damn good to see you there. And to all my people down there, what a good time. What a good time. But you're raising that little girl right. Huh, Peyton? Raising that little girl right, Peyton. But yeah, it wasn't on Nick Folk. That's true. It wasn't on Nick Folk. That again, you don't practice that shit. That's what happens. And by the way, Tweety, I need to get with you because what are you using? Which app are you using?
For the sport bet?
Now we're on
FanDuel.
All right, so I need to get with y'all because I need some Christmas money, and I think
okay, yeah, okay.
I think Titans will help me out for Christmas this year.
Hey, that's my brother. I'm sending that invite.
Oh no, go ahead and get the loot. I've had a few good days. Yesterday wasn't good. I lost 100 yesterday, but before that, I was busting them. So I'm still positive. So go ahead, Zoe. Yeah, get that free money. No, but we got you because we're in some groups where they give us.
We'll see you. We're definitely seeing some picks.
Well, the three of us need to get on a call, man. I just need to.
Okay, for sure.
So the other game we still got to play the Jaguars. That might be our most winnable game because of C.J. Beathard, but they got a good team around them.
Isn't there an injury? And I don't know what it is, but what's his name? The pretty boy got hurt.
Yeah,
quarterback Lawrence. Yeah,
that's what I said. That's what I said. C.J. Beathard. C.J. Beathard's gonna be the quarterback.
Oh, he's the back. Maybe. Okay, CJ.
But they're talking about like Trevor Lawrence's injury may not be as bad as they thought it was. He ain't practiced today, but they still gonna be reevaluating. So maybe Trevor Lawrence may not be gone. So we still may end up facing.
Well, but hold on, no, it's not winnable because we suck against backup quarterbacks.
Exactly. And there you go. I was just about to say that.
That's even worse. I would rather face Lawrence.
I was just about to say that because we got
it's for real on every game.
Geno Smith is the other game. The Seahawks, Geno Smith.
We got Texans at home, Seahawks at home. Go to Texas, Houston, and then Jaguars. I'm here to tell y'all. That's a big O. That's a big 0-5. That's a big 0-5. Hey, what's the name? Peyton got a question.
Hold on, let me
how long is T-Law? That's a good question. Have they said how long Trevor Lawrence is going to be out?
They have not. Like right now, he's still kind of slick day to day. The way they was talking on the radio today, like the report I heard today is that he didn't practice today, but it's not like they just. I'm not hearing what I expected to hear. Trevor Lawrence is done for the season, and I hadn't heard anything like that.
No, I ain't heard none of that. That would be plastered all over the place. And of course, the Jaguars need him.
So he's thankful that his ankle injury isn't worse than he thought it was.
Let's go back to that.
It's a severe high ankle sprain, so he's gonna be Tannehill status for the next couple weeks.
Let's go back to that.
And he'll be back just in time to whoop the shit out the Titans. Pardon me. Let me change my language. We got a 10-year-old little girl watching.
I thought he's a 10-year-old or 10 month. Did I read it wrong?
She's 10 months old.
10 months.
Yeah,
but still, you don't want her to.
I don't want the 10 months first words to be something that came out of my mouth.
Let it come from her daddy, not us, right? Yeah. But hold on. 0-5, which equals 4-13. Yo, cuz I'm telling you,
is Ray's gone or not? Is he gone?
Hey, Rand gonna be like, dude, look, we tried this. You know what I'm saying? I thought
it ain't gonna be a Rand decision. They got at best equal power. Ray's might have a little bit more power. It's gonna have to be Amy.
It's gonna be Amy telling Rand, do your job and fire him. I mean,
because honestly, he's never fired a coach.
No. Amy's gonna tell.
Do we think Amy was in his ear? Was like, dude, got to go. Like you
saying Amy's the one that's gonna tell Mike?
It's gonna have to be Amy. I can't see it going
Why?
down any other type of way.
But Mike gonna look at Rand and say, "Yo, you got me. You can't do that."
Nah, he didn't get him fired though. John Robinson got John. If anybody's to blame for part of this, is the only person he could blame is John Robinson, and then the rest of it's on Mike Vrabel because who hired these coaches?
You remember when John Robinson got here? Man, we were like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, he got good pedigree, hey, and we still sitting here saying, hey, what the happened? Hey, Harper, can you tell us what happened, girl? Because I know you really deep into the Titans.
His ego. I mean, when you walk around talking about I am the analytics department, then you're greatly overestimating what you're capable of. If you walking around talking about I am the analytics department, then you're not. I don't care how good of a talent evaluator you are. Any good talent evaluator wants any data they can use. So why wouldn't you? And that popped us. That popped us. He out here through COVID. Yes, I understand, but every other coach in the league had to deal with fucking COVID. So I don't want to hear no bullshit excuse with that. I mean, John Robinson's gone now, but he left us like I told y'all earlier in the season. It's 20 feet long and 10 inches in diameter. So that's the type of something he stuck us with. So that is what Vrabel is dealing with, and then Vrabel what was inherited for Rand.
I know you don't want to hear this, bro, but
Vrabel,
you know what 4-13 equals, right? That equals another bad year next year.
Do we think
that I'm not completely on board with that. I'm not on board with that for the simple fact that
well, you better get on board, bro.
We've seen turnarounds. We've seen turnaround happen.
Not here.
If you have the right situation set up. Unfortunately, we would need a couple more draft picks.
Man.
We need a couple more draft picks in this draft, this coming up draft, along with that money that we have to spend, which is second in the league, really, I think.
Weigh in, cuz. Weigh in on that, cuz.
Do we think Vrabel fired Ackerman on his own accord? Or do we think he was nudged by ownership or GM?
I think he was nudged.
Yeah, and I say that too because he's never fired a coach mid-season. Even after as horrible as Downing was last year.
Right. And Downing was a whole
we're not going to make a move
worse.
now. We're not going to make a move. Like, there's no point in firing a coach or whatever. We'll assess that after where's all that talk right now? What changed? Is his seat high?
I would say two things. I think that was actually Vrabel firing the coach. I think Vrabel fired the coach because he's feeling, for one, he's feeling the heat. Two, it was egregious. It was egregious, and as the third block punt this season. Craig Ackerman, had this happened earlier in the season, Craig Ackerman might have been gone. The other half of that is we're talking about special teams versus offense or defense. So the amount of plays that are attributed to special teams are typically less. He feels like he can get away with it. Maybe more than he can
it's
with
still an important part of the game, though.
It's
an important phase. 3 phases: offense, defense, special teams. And what
it's an important
has
phase.
lost us 2 games, at least 2 games this year? Special teams.
I'd say it's about 35, and whatever's left for special teams, 30. And if you wanted to break down the percentages, maybe 40, then 20. Who knows? But that's what I think. I think Vrabel actually pulled the trigger this time. I think he pulled the trigger because he's feeling the heat. And we lost a game we should not have lost to Indianapolis of all teams.
Well,
for the second time this season.
It might be winter.
A game we should not have lost.
It might be winter in Tennessee, boy, but Vrabel might end the season with a suntan on his ass where he sits in that seat. Because It's not good. It's not good. Good, y'all. I don't see it. It's just a bad feeling that I have because history shows history.
Well, here's the thing. I would welcome it because I want a more modern offense. I'm tired of the play style. Honestly, he's, and I hate to say this, he's almost like a Jeff Fisher 2.0.
I know,
to me
right?
right now.
That's a
with
good
how
one.
he.
That's a good one.
I don't know. I don't know because he let Arthur Smith do his thing, and our offense looked good. And I would argue we had really less pieces, except for
we did.
AJ Brown.
Okay, well, it's still the coach. If you
D-Hop.
can't hire the right people around you, then you got to go.
And you really
You
got
gonna
it.
just keep giving you chances.
And that's the thing. And he didn't hire Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith was it was there already, and he chose wisely to keep Arthur Smith on. And like what I can see happening is Arthur Smith getting fired if they don't win that division. Arthur Smith getting fired for and Arthur Smith coming back to Nashville and Vrabel firing Tim Kelly and bringing Arthur Smith back in to run the offense. And then he's got to fire. He's got to do some firing. The only way Vrabel makes it through what we are looking at.
Firing is going to come from upstairs.
He's going to have to do a lot of firing, and the firing cannot be forced upon him. He has to, if he wants to make it through this, he probably need to fire some more people before the end of the season.
I was about to say he better start firing him now before he finds his ass fired.
Right.
That's a fact.
If you got to fire your offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and special teams coordinator, your three top coaches, you probably should be fired.
I think so. So that takes us to our final thoughts, cuz.
I want to say in advance, thank you, Titans, for getting me paid. For getting us paid next week, Monday night. Appreciate you.
Yeah. We're gonna get something out of this damn season. Something. That's a good
but also though, but everything that I said, I don't know, was it week 2? I would say this ain't a good team. We're not a playoff team, whatever. Everything is coming to pass.
Yeah.
Everything's coming to pass.
Plain and simple. Bro.
So
no, go finish up, cuz.
No, I'm just saying, so it's obviously we're Team Titan. Want to see the team do well, but I'm not upset with the losing because I saw what this team was and I knew what it was.
Right. They are who we thought they were. Basically. Basically.
All right, Dennis.
Bro, final thoughts. Thank you, son.
My final thought is I am a Titan fan through and through. Yes, I want a high draft pick, but I also don't want to go out here the rest of the fucking season and get my ass whooped every week. I also want to just say to anybody who's a Titan fan watching this to tighten up, and I got some tickets for sale if you need them for the rest of these home games. We sitting in the south end zone, section 125. You can see some good shots. Hey, I posted a good. Go check out my Twitter feed. It was up there, but go check out my Twitter feed. To see the picture I just recently posted. The pass interference call that was completely blatant.
Oh yeah, by the way, we didn't talk about that. How the fuck did you miss that? And the ref was right.
I got the picture of it. I got the picture of it.
The ref was right there.
You're right there.
That was crazy. That's but that's expected when that's Tennessee.
I mean, that's
you remember we had the thing about refs and all Tennessee sports,
right.
Whether it's hockey,
and we could talk about bias, right? You're right. We can talk about the bias.
It's
here.
like
that right there. It's not even one of them calls where we could be like, well, wait a minute, maybe we just so biased. That was pass interference in any league you play football, pee-wee to the pros. It's pass interference.
Ridiculous.
That's how you teach. That was such a blatant pass interference. That's how you teach a young kid what pass interference is. I mean, damn. And
I showed the picture that I took from the stands.
Yeah, I know. I told the picture.
Coworker.
Yeah, it was a good
showed
shot.
It to him. First thing he said, it looks like the ref and the defender were making eye contact with each other during the play. Like, hey, you got me? Yeah, go ahead, you good.
Damn.
Here's my final thoughts. And I gotta echo off what my brother said. This year, this August of 2023, I celebrated 35 years in Tennessee. I'm 60. I'm gonna be 61. I've spent most of my life in Tennessee. I remember when I got here and I went to a Vanderbilt game, and like the dude, I saw people hanging out just like they ain't watching no football game, and he looking at me like, "Well, you're not from here, right?" I was like, "Nah, why?" Because Vanderbilt sucks. We don't come here to watch them win. We just come. We're alumni, so we just come watch the game. I was here when there was no professional sports here. It was nothing. And when the Titans came and gave us that 99 season, it was like, man, it's like it was the greatest feeling. I'm tightened up, baby. I'm tightened up big time. But I'll tell you what I'm not about. It's like watching this team continue to do. And going back to Antoine said, not to say that Vrabel is, say, Fisher 2.0, but it's almost like watching the Jeff Fisher team, because it's like you got a good team and then you miss. Look, can we spend the rest of the season doing three things? Three things. One, run Henry, run Spears. Even a little kid, even Harper at 10 months old knows that by now. If she could speak, I'm sure she would say, Coach, run Henry and run Spears. Two, can somebody please figure out what the hell we going to do on defense with these big plays? So somebody, and it's not just big plays this year. This is every year. It's happened in the last several years. Somebody's got to come up with some kind of plan, because if it wasn't for those 3 or 4 big plays, you're looking at a Titan win with no problem. We can talk about special teams had a bad thing.
Right. It didn't even come into it's a new point.
And last but not least, I said it earlier. Can I see what tomorrow looks like? Can I please see what tomorrow looks like? Can you please throw some guys on the field that need to be playing so we can see
them down. Tennessee Davis, put him on the fucking field. Let his family come see him play.
Right. Just can we see it? Because we deserve that much. And whatever happens at the end of the year happens at the end of the year. But right now, in a lost season, find something that works. Besides, we know Tajay Spears, Derrick Henry, we're going to continue to see Will Levis progress. Find something. Oh, by the way, one last thing, and I'm using the word find, a Traylon. Can you find whatever it was that first turned you on into football and made you a wide receiver? Can you please find something to let us say, that's why you got pick number 18, because he's driving me up a fucking wall? Can I get something? We lose A.J. Brown to get that. It's like, dude, man.
I've already wrote him off. I'm sorry.
I did too.
Yeah.
I've been wrote off. I've been wrote his ass off. I just want to see something.
I feel you. It would be real lovely to see something, but
because you said it good, cuz it ain't like we could sit here and be like, damn. We already knew what the hell this team was 2-3 weeks into the season. Okay, they're just not. They're not a playoff team. They're not much of a football team, but there's some pieces there. Now you were saying, bro, about the draft picks. Listen, this team needs a whole lot. I don't give a damn if they turn around and get the number 1 pick, the number 5 pick, the number 7 pick, the fucking 2 first picks to the second round, and the first 4 picks to the third round. That's not gonna turn the fucking team around right now. Like gonna do it right now.
There are some players on this team I'd like to see stick around. There are a lot of people there. Like, got a lot of money we can spend on positions not named offensive tackle or offensive line that we can spend in other positions to fill in and actually bring in some players. But none of that shit ever going to fucking matter if you don't understand that every team in the league, half the teams in the league are dealing with some of the same stuff. We had a fire GM. There's some teams that have made some moves. Take Houston for example.
Look at Houston, right?
All they did was bring in some got some more players with some day draft picks. Actually hit on a couple of them, and had some actual coaching to come in. Hey, we a leader of men. We run this motherfucker like a CEO. I got people I can trust to run the shit below me, to talk to keep that we have a good scheme and game plan. We got good strategy out here. We know how to fucking call plays. We understand he can't do this.
They're not afraid to draft small, speedy receivers.
No, they're not. You're right. That's a good one. And of course,
our receivers got to be a certain height. We ignore everything else.
Right.
Everything else.
I like that.
We could have had Dell. What's his name? Yeah, Doug. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that because when you look at our receivers being drafted, one thing you know is they're tall. That's it. They tall. I don't see anything else. By the way, of course, we didn't know Stroud was going to fall out like he has it. That boy, it
doesn't matter.
And that's who our GM wanted. That's who our GM wanted.
Yeah, we need coaching, and that's why I'm saying every other team is dealing with the same thing you're talking about, Ralph. And that doesn't mean it can't turn around from 4-13 to next season being 9-8.
You know what, cuz?
You know what I'm saying? Don't mean that can't go better.
I've been watching Zoe, so I've been here.
If you bring in some actual coaching,
I've been here 35 years. And I've been with my brother for basically almost all of those 35 years since I've been in Tennessee. And I got to give it to him. I got to give it to you, Zoe. You are the ultimate optimistic fucking fan. It's like your team can be shitting on your head, and you can smell that shit on the top of your head, and you will still find a way to say, no, it's just
that's roses. That's roses. That's rose spray.
That's nothing rosy. There's nothing rosy about what he's saying. But let me give you some evidence. So at the beginning of the season, let's talk about everybody coming into this season. Everybody thought the Rams coach Sean McVay was going to relieve and retire because you know why? Because they ain't got no draft picks, they ain't got no salary cap, and his best players are gone, and they look like they were going downhill. Beginning of the season, that's coming into the season, and then they started the season, and the season started, and they started out 2-3. They started out 1-2, 2-3. Then they got the 3. They got the 3-3. They lost 3 straight in a row. Thought they was buried and dead and over. But you know what happened? They still ain't got the greatest players. You know what happened? The coaches, they got a good coach. They had a good scheme. They got good players. They got good coaching staff around them. They done figured out, okay, let's make some adjustments to what we got right now. Like we done seen them play. We've seen what they can do. What they can't do. Let's put them in better position. Let's do some better play calling. Now the fucking Rams are 6-6 and Slick got a shot at the fucking playoffs. You wouldn't have thought that about the Rams 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, the Rams were dead in the water. One of the worst teams in football. Picking in the top 5. That was 4 weeks ago. So coaching means something in the NFL. And that's all I'm saying. And so Vrabel has to be willing to make those drastic changes. Hey, you know what? I love being here in Tennessee. This is where I want to be at. But I got to revamp my coaching staff. I love all you guys. I'm sorry. But you motherfuckers got to go. You can stay. Y'all just got here. Okay, let's roll. And we go fill it. And you need to start making these moves now because it's going to be Adam Schefter predicting 7 to 10 coaching jobs open. That means it's going to be position coaches all over the places ready to go with somewhere. And now we actually have something attractive to bring in an offensive genius type mind to be an offensive coordinator. We have a quarterback. What quarterback? After what you've seen from Will Levis this season, what offensive coordinator is going to be open and free and get ready to pick a team? And you got these teams that most of the teams that's going to be firing coaches ain't got no quarterback in place. We actually got a quarterback in place for once when it's time to go search for coaching, a coach or a coaching staff. Let's take advantage of that. Like he has to be willing to commit to it. Otherwise, he got to fucking go.
We will relive we will relive this conversation again the week of December 9th, 2024, when I hope the Titans aren't 6-6 or worse, because my brother's really going to be bitching a bitch.
No, I'm just talking about for the future next year. December 6th.
I am. The week of December 9th, 2024. A year from now, we'll revisit the conversation. And I hope they're 6-6 or better, or I'm going to ask my brother once again, are you going to tell me the same shit you told me a year ago? That's all, because
hold me to it.
I'm not.
The film is here.
By the way, speaking of one thing we don't do before we get out of there, looking at the NFL standings, of course, Miami Dolphins leading the AFC East, about to clinch the AFC East with a 3-game lead at 9-3 over the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills just like, what the fuck, man? It's like, wow. What happened? It's like, damn, you talk about a step backward. That's
at least
backward.
At least we have a sorry team. It's like, what's y'all's?
Right.
Why do y'all have 6 L's? What the hell's going on?
In the AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens are the class of the division. Of course, what's bothering me is how the hell, and look, let's go with another example. Somebody want to tell me what the hell the Pittsburgh Steelers got to be 7-5 in second place? I don't get it. And I gotta hear my daughter. I got shit. I gotta hear my daughter every week, man.
I know. That's got to be the worst part, yo.
They got Mike Tomlin.
They have a coach. They have a coach who knows how to win games.
Coach. The AFC South is, except for the Titans, man. Jaguars at 8-4. Colts and Texans at 7-5.
Got coach.
Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna make it back this year, y'all.
Guess what they missing?
Eric Bieniemy,
a coach.
missing
one of their coaches.
That's
same players.
No. See, that's what I was
similar players. Yeah.
No. That was good that y'all did that, because that's what I was going to get at. That's just so that the Kansas City Chiefs are 8-4. Is there anything missing this year from last year? Yeah.
But Eric Bieniemy ain't fit for. No, we don't want. He can't be. He's not head coaching material. No. This black man. Oh, he wasn't calling them plays. That was Andy Reid. He had no impact on that whole situation. Let me ask y'all a question. I know we're supposed to be final thought and signing off. Let me ask y'all a question. Who the fuck is Sam Howell? You know why I know who Sam Howell is? Because he's the fourth highest scoring fantasy football quarterback out there. Because he done thrown for 3,400 yards.
Really?
He got 14 interceptions, but he got 18 touchdown passes. Yes, he's on pace. He's on pace. Probably got 5 more games left. The way he's slinging that motherfucker around, he probably get 5,000 yards.
Damn! Wait a minute. Seriously, I didn't know he was doing like that.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, did anybody notice, man? Detroit Lions are good.
Guess what they got? They got a good head coach, and they got a really great offensive coordinator who's about to be a head coach next year.
And I feel good. I'm happy for Jared Goff. He got fucking exiled, or so they thought. He got exiled to Detroit. And by the way, in case the football fans were wondering last year if Brock Purdy was really worth the damn, damn.
Who drafted that cat?
Yo.
Who drafted him? We have him in our building.
I'm gonna run with Rand, yo.
Okay.
He was in charge of the late rounds of the draft.
That's why I'm optimistic, Ralph, because I run with Rand. That's why I'm optimistic.
You've been optimistic since the day I met you.
Well, look, Purdy out there balling. He out there balling like Kurt Warner right now.
Purdy out there just balling.
Out there right now.
Stupid balling, man. I'm like, yo, this boy might win the MVP.
Jordan Love showed me a little bit too. I was impressed by Love against. I was like, who is he throwing to? And then all of a sudden, a receiver come out of nowhere. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, I see he got a little Warner in him too.
After Monday, Tyreek Hill is likely to be only 300 to 350 yards away from getting over 2,000 yards after Monday. He's got to be MVP if he breaks that 2K mark.
Yo, he is just, it is
ridiculous. He is, and that's what it is. He's video gaming out there.
Yep, that's the way to say it. Exactly. So he got what? Where's he at? Where we at?
We need 500 some yards. He's gonna get about 150 against 150 or more against Titans. So,
so he just need to get 300 yards over the next 4 games after playing us. That's it.
After playing us, ain't no way he don't get it. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Hey, look, you know what? You be careful.
He's licking his chops. I'm telling you, I'm gonna sprinkle a couple dollars on Tyreek Hill to go over 200 yards.
I am, son. Yeah, me too. Like, yo, I'm putting it. Hey. Yeah, we getting paid off this game. Trust.
Yeah, hey, don't forget me, because if y'all get paid without me, man, I'm whooping both y'all's asses. We're going.
Let's talk about it on. We'll talk about it. That you don't have a show on Monday, right? So like about 6 o'clock, we'll discuss.
Just make sure I got it. I'll get the app. I'll get FanDuel and log in and all that.
Well,
shit.
First we'll let Zoe send you his.
Yeah, send me the invitation, bro.
Referral, whatever. Yeah.
All right, thank you for joining us this evening. This is
Come on, Bailey.
Everything Titans. It is the NGSC Sports Weekly Tennessee Titans podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Ralph Garcia, joined by Zoe Bradford and our cousin, Easy. Make sure you join us. Oh no, not tomorrow. We're gonna take a break tomorrow. Damn, Charles Barkley. Did Charles Barkley smoking crack or something? Yo, that dude done lost like 100 pounds or something. What the hell? Charles looking good. Make sure to join us, of course, next week. We'll be back next week to talk more Tennessee Titans football. It's bowl season. So I done hit a bunch of y'all out there in Texas and stuff. I got bowl games. Hit me back. Let's go. Thank you for joining us, everybody, this evening. And as always, Zoe, what's the message you got?
Tighten up.
Tighten up, folks. Peace.